I'm not teaching, I'm publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in the UK test, part 308, the government part 3 or so. And we're just trying to answer the questions at the end of the chapter. So we're on the page 120. We're looking if you have understood what is all explained in the chapter. And with all while doing short impingement training, and if you participate in the short impingement training, that is at your own risk. We should check to understand who the main political parties are. Labour, Conservative, and Liberals. Next. So what, I think that's it. What pressure and lobby groups do. It was not really explained. I want to know what we do. Not what we do, what we actually are doing. Not the explanation of what we're doing. Making influence on the policies and politicians. I want to know how it happens. Pressure and lobby groups are organizations which try to influence government policy. They play an important role in politics. Some are representative organizations, such as the CPI, which represents the views of British business. Others campaign on particular topics such as the environment or human rights. What pressure and lobby groups do? Try to influence government policy. How? So the question would be, how are they doing it? We know what we're doing, we want to know how we are doing it. It can't be blackmail. So how are we doing it? Are we collecting bad information? But it can't be, so what is it? And it can't be that we're giving them money. Because I think that's also illegal. That's also never written here somewhere. So how? This is basically the question. Then we should check to understand the role. One could almost ask, can anyone be a lobby or a pressure group? It seems so. Greenpeace and some people for human rights, Liberty, CBS for businesses. It seems like everyone can do it. Now, if a chapter is about here, it started with the words here. The whole chapter is called it. The UK government, the law, and your role. I think your role they're going to mean that later or something. But in a way, that's about what our role is, what the people of the United Kingdom can do. Your role in the politics. So, do we not want to know how we can be a lobby group and a pressure group, and how we can influence the government policies? Now, the next thing, the role of a civil service. I don't know what a civil service is, but I wanted to learn the 5-6 things which we should have. The role of a civil service. Now, I don't know what a civil service is. Just one example. I think it's police, for example, or soldiers, but also teachers, other people, maybe even bus drivers. I don't know for whom they work. Something like that. The role of civil services. I'm not sure if you were ever told what they should have. They should be dedicated to their role and committed to their civil service job, and they should have integrity, objectivity, they should be neutral. Yes, and what is their role? Yes, that's what it is. They are implementing what the government has said to do. Civil servants support the government in developing and implementing its policies. That is not a human sentence. The role of a civil service is to implement the policies of the government. That is not what a human being says. And it's about civil service. That is how the day-to-day life is regulated in the United Kingdom. I want to have that sentence as a human being would say that. I can only assume. That means the government says it is forbidden to drive a train in the middle of the night or make some scaffolding work or to saw something. So that when the police, as the civil servants, comes and says, stop it. Some people are trying to sleep. Or don't talk that loud in the middle of the night. So that is what I think what the human beings say and describe for the role of the civil services. Implementing what the government has said. We want developing and implementing the policies of government. get this specific. The role of local government. Let's look what they have. That's complex. Towns, cities, and rural areas in UK are governed by democratic elected councils, often called local authorities. The local authorities are funded by money from the central government and also from local taxes. They oftentimes appoint a mayor. London has 33 of them, and then one major mayor, something like that. And most of the times in May there is elections for councillors, and these councillors seem to be part of a council, and they are then appointing a mayor for the town, and the local government does what? Which have different functions. The district and county councils, they're having different functions. Is that the answer which we're gonna get 1 point for? We have different functions. Let's actually try to find what we want. Which have different functions. They are providing a range of services. They are funded by money. Nothing! At least not in that part. Maybe somewhere else. Was there somewhere else something? No, it was just I talking. I think I said 1, 2 little things which we could do. The role of local government. Now the answer is, the role is to have different functions and to provide a range of services. The role of local government. There's the same thing as the big government, just for a smaller area. I actually don't know what they want. You should just check to understand. You're doing the same as a big government, just in a small area. Having a mayor, having a council, having votes for the mayor, or for the councillors in May, most of the times, once a year. And we are regulating some local things. I don't know, but it can't be defense. So it must be how often the rubbish is cleaned or something like that. It must be something like that, or something. The traffic system, I don't know. The role of local government, maybe we should dig into it. What a local government is doing. Now we're having 3 questions left. These are probably to the Senate and the Northern Parliament Assembly and the Scottish Parliament or something like that. So we're going to need to time for it, and you're going to need all the rest time now for short impingement training. So if you're just here for checking the answers, or checking to understand all of the government, then you can go directly to the next part. Otherwise, we're doing a short impingement training. If you participate in that, is your own risk. And if you're now using your brain to do something else for a couple of minutes, or directly the next part, your brain won't have that much good time left to concentrate on just something. The advantage is, while we're doing the exercises, your brain will be concentrated on the exercises, but not gets any additional input. So your brain can just be in a state of concentration without getting new input. So the theory is it's going to remember all we have done in the last 8 minutes. So we're doing forward shoulder circuits. We're going back, up, in front, and down. Back, up, and front, and down. And last time, back, up, and front, and down. And now the other way around. Front, up, back, down. Last one. And now push lifter. Stay with that. We're having the arms long, hands formed to fist, and we're turning them to the inside, and we're bringing the shoulders together, down, and together. So the arms to the inside, and the shoulders down, together. Perfect. Now the chest into the sky. And the arms to the side, shoulders down, together. Arms to the other side, shoulders down. And the arms are changing, the shoulders are staying. The shoulders down, together. And last time changing, the arms to the outside, shoulders down, together. And release. And the next exercise, it's similar. Arms at the outside, hands from the fist, a bit in front. Bring the arms in front, shoulders down, together. And the arms in front, shoulders down, together. The arms back, and this time also the shoulders are changing. Shoulders up and in front. So the arms back, shoulders up and in front. And changing, the arms in front, shoulders down, together. And the arms again back, shoulders up and in front. And I think that's it. This next one, the next one, the shrug. We're lifting the arms up. And we're shrugging shoulders up and letting them down again. If this exercise causes pain or any other one, let down to it. The arms again up, shoulders up, and let them down again. Again, the arms up, shoulders up, and let them down again. The arms up, shoulders up, and again down. And again, the arms up, shoulders up, and let them down again. Mit dem shock. Now the pretzel cut. The arms together, and bring them down into the outside. And all we're doing is observing. We just want to observe and learn a bit about our scapulas. How are they moving? Opening up, also to the top, going to the outside, always following the humors. A bit to the yes, back together also a little bit, and opening up, importantly. Always just doing this exercise, observe the scapulas. And the last time. Now it's done. You can use instead of a sock also a tennis ball or something. Have it on the side. And then let it fall down. And on the other side. And just a stretching. Taking one arm and bringing it to the front. Keeping the shoulder back and down. Pull the arm in. Take the thumb up and try to relax it now. Shoulder back and down. Pull the arm in. Try to relax the arm. Have fun. And the other arm in front. Shoulder back and down. Pull the arm in. Try to relax the arm. Have fun. That was the short and pinch training. Basically no time left. Thank you very much. Yeah, next time.